In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Welcome to your online classes. This is your lecture number 6. So, today our topic is comprehension of a passage. And today we will do its introduction, its rules, and then its exercises. So let's start from the word comprehension. The word comprehension means the ability to understand what you listen or what you read. So whatever you are listening and reading, a complete understanding of that is actually called comprehension. So why we are reading the comprehension of a passage? That is actually not aimless. We have a purpose behind that. It is to improve one's ability to understand a language. So for the better understanding of English language, we are doing these exercises which are related to comprehension of a passage. So learn the rules before starting the reading of the passage. First rule is to read the passage carefully till we understand it well. So you have to read the passage twice or thrice until you have a complete understanding of the whole passage. When you understand that, then step 2 is to understand the given questions clearly. So the questions given at the end of the passage, you have to learn that clearly what does they mean. Next step is to answer those questions. But answer those questions, how to answer? It's answer the questions in the same tense and person as used in the passage. So if question is in the first person, your answer should also be in the first person. If your question is given in the past tense, so answer should also be in the past tense. So take care of the tense and the person in which the question is asked. So after learning the rules, let's move towards the comprehension number 1. So what is the first rule? First rule is to read the passage carefully. So read it. One day a wolf felt hungry. He wandered here and there in search of food, but he could not find anything to eat. At last he saw a flock of sheep grazing in a pasture. He wanted to eat one, but they were guarded by a hound. The shepherd's son was also tending the flock vigilantly. The wolf found himself helpless. At last he hit upon a plan. He hid himself in the skin of a sheep and safely went into a flock. The hound could not find out the wolf in this disguise. He killed the sheep and ate it without being caught. In this way, he ate up many sheep and their number began to fall every day. The shepherd was greatly worried but could not find out the thief. So, after reading that, we have to understand the passage by finding out the meanings of difficult words. So, let's read that again. One day a wolf felt hungry. The wolf was feeling hungry. He wandered. He was wandering. Wandering means walking here and there in search of food. He was searching something to eat, but what happened? He could not find anything to eat. He had nothing to eat and he was not able to find anything because there was nothing to eat. At last he saw a flock of sheep. At last he saw a flock of sheep. Flock is the word which we use for the collective noun of sheep. If the sheep are two or more than two, then we use the word flock of sheep. it was grazing. Graze means to live on grass, to feed on grass. So they were eating grass in a pasture. Pasture is a green area, a land area which is covered with grass. So a grassy area is called pasture. So they were eating grass from that pasture. He wanted to eat one. He wanted to eat that sheep. What did he want to eat? He wanted to eat that sheep, but they were guarded by a hound. They were being protected by a hound. A hound was taking care of them. And also the shepherd's son. The shepherd's son was also tending the flock vigilantly. The shepherd's son was also taking care of that. Tending means taking care of that. Vigilantly means in alert position. He was very alert and taking care of the flock. So that was not possible for the wolf in the presence of a hound and shepherd's son to eat that sheep. The wolf found himself helpless. So he was feeling that he is helpless. At last, he hit upon a plan. He made a plan. He hid himself. Hid is the second form of hide. He hid himself in the skin of a sheep, and so he wore the skin of a sheep and safely went into a flock. Because he was wearing the skin of a sheep, so he was looking the part of that flock and no one restricted him to go there. The hound could not find out the wolf in this disguise. Disguise means conceal one's identity. So he concealed his identity and made himself, showed himself as he is a sheep. And hound could not understand that he is a sheep or a wolf. He killed the sheep and ate it without being caught. So he ate one of the sheep without being caught. Why without being caught? Because he was not identified either by the hound or by the shepherd's son. In this way, he ate up many sheep. So he ate up many sheep day after day, one by one, and their number began to fall every day. So their number got decreased. The number decreased day by day, and the shepherd was greatly worried. He was worried that why their number is decreasing, but could not find out the thief. But he was unable to catch the thief. So after reading the whole passage, let's move towards the questions and answers. Question 1 is, why did the wolf wander about? He wandered here and there in search of food. Next question is, did he find anything to eat? No, he could not find anything to eat. Why was the wolf helpless? He was helpless because he wanted to eat one. What he wanted to eat? One sheep, but they were guarded by a hound. The shepherd's son was also tending the flock vigilantly. Question 4 is, how did he get into the flock? He hid himself in the skin of a sheep and safely went into a flock. 5 question is, why was the shepherd worried? So he was worried because he ate up many sheep and their number began to fall every day. So the decreasing number was the reason of his worry. Question number 6. Did he find out the thief? No, he could not find out the thief. So these were the questions and answers which we have found from the paragraph. So these are the questions and answers. They are also given in your textbook. You can learn them and write them in your notebooks. Let's move forward towards comprehension number 2. So what is the first rule? It is to read the passage carefully. So read that. On a hot summer day, a fox felt very thirsty. He went about in search of water but could not find water. At last, he reached a well and peeped into it. Unfortunately, he slipped and fell into the well. A goat happened to pass by the well and looked into it. "What are you doing here, uncle?" The cunning fox replied, "Dear niece, I am enjoying a swim down here. It is very pleasant. Come down and enjoy yourself too." The goat was also thirsty. She jumped into the well. So let's understand that by discussing the difficult words of the passage. On a hot summer day, so it is a summer day, it was very hot, a fox felt very thirsty. A fox was feeling thirst. He went about in search of water. He was wandering here and there in search of water, but could not find water. He could not find water anywhere. At last, he reached a well and peeped into it. At last, he reached a well and looked into it. Peep means to look into a narrow opening or to look secretly. That is the meaning of peep. So he peeped into it, he looked into the well. Unfortunately, that was his bad luck, that he slipped and fell into the well. That his foot slipped from the wet area and fell into the well. A goat happened to pass by the well. A goat was that time passing by the well and looked into it. So goat also looked into it. "What are you doing here, uncle?" So she asked, "What are you doing here?" And ironically, she said him, "Uncle." The cunning fox replied. Cunning fox means clever fox. He was very clever, so he answered, "Dear niece, I am enjoying a swim down here." Although he was very in a problem, in a critical situation that time, but he was very clever and he told her that "I am enjoying a swim down here. It is very pleasant." Pleasant means enjoyable. "I am feeling good here. Come down and enjoy yourself too." That you also come and enjoy the sweet feeling which I am having. The goat was also thirsty. She jumped into the well. The goat was actually innocent and she can't get out the meaning of the cunning fox and jumped into the well. So, after reading and understanding of the whole passage, now move towards the questions and answers, that how to find out them from the paragraph. Question number 1 is, what happened to the thirsty fox? So what happened to him? He slipped and fell into the well. His feet slipped and he fell into the well. Question number 2 is, who passed by the well just then? So who was passing by? It was a goat. A goat happened to pass by the well just then. Question number 3 is, what did the goat do? What did she do? The goat looked into the well. The goat looked into it. Into what? Into the well. Question number 4. What did the goat say to the fox? What did she say? She said, "What are you doing here, uncle?" So what are you doing here? She asked. And what did the fox say in reply? The next question is related to that. What did the fox say in reply? He replied, "Dear niece, I am enjoying a swim down here. It is very pleasant. Come down and enjoy yourself too." So he said that I am enjoying swimming here and it is very pleasant, so you too come here and enjoy what I am enjoying. The last question is, why did the goat jump into the well? Its direct answer is not given in the passage. We can understand that through the concept that she was taken in by the cunning fox, that she was made fool by the clever fox. So these are the questions and answers for your comprehension passage 2. You can write them and learn them. They are also given in your textbook. Now it's time to end up our lecture here. This is your home task, that learn the rules of comprehension of a passage and do practice of these paragraphs which are given on page number 32 and 33. So dear students, thank you so much for listening carefully. Best of luck. Fi Aman Allah.